I just made time for a walk today because the sun is shining, it's beautiful, and the grass could not look any greener. Like, it looks fake. And what I want to talk about is healing as you live and living as you heal. What does that mean? So I have this conversation with every single one of my clients. My members know it well. This idea that healing doesn't have to happen in this bubble at home, in this container. We are stuck in your room and you're, just doing your rounds or whatever it might be, or you can only heal at home and the living and the healing needs to be separate. I disagree with that wholeheartedly. I believe that healing can be weaved into everyday life. And in fact, I also believe, and I know, that you can heal as you live, and that the living is part of the healing. So, some examples. Let's say this walk, for instance. I'm taking this beautiful walk today. I have so many ways to signal safety to my nervous system and to step into something that will help bring in regulation. And I'll name a few of them. First of all, as I'm walking, I'm noticing the textures of the ground. For instance, right now I'm walking on the grass and I'm noticing how kind of bumpy it is, how squishy it is. Once I get to the pavement, I can feel how solid it is, how firm it is. And I really like to just notice different sensations and senses throughout my walk. I also love to orient. So that's another way to signal safety. So I'm orienting to my surroundings. I'm noticing the colors of the sky, the shape of the clouds. I'm noticing the different sounds around me, the birds chirping. We have a little stream here, the water running. And I'm just taking that moment to communicate to my brain that I am here now. That's where safety is. So safety is not in the past. It's not in the future. It is here now. And the best way that we can communicate to our brain where we are in space and time is by giving it these signals, right? Noticing how the ground supports us, listening to the sounds around us, orienting to our current surroundings. Another option, I actually recommend this to my clients. So, those of us who don't want to be stuck at home doing rounds, visualizations, meditations, all of those things, we can do them as we're walking and as we're living and, doing life, right? So for many of my rounds, I did them as I was living life. So it was as I was driving a car, and I call them telling a story, right? A story that is going to help me elevate, connect to those feel-good chemicals, and change my state. And so whether I was in my car, kind of speaking aloud as I have, music going, or as I'm walking, right, taking this beautiful walk in nature and having, maybe I'll have some soft music in my earbuds, or maybe I'm just going to listen to my surroundings, but I'm going to tell a story. I always have my earbuds in when I do this because most people think I'm crazy because I'm talking to myself, but at the same time, I don't care. But we can do this as we are walking and living. So, telling like a simple visualization maybe as you're walking, right? Almost like narrating your life, right? Maybe just imagining that it's a beautiful day, the sky is blue, the clouds are so white and fluffy. I am feeling grounded and stable. I'm feeling held by the earth beneath me. There's this inner peace within me that is so consuming. It's in every single cell of my body. I feel elevated. I feel confident. I feel energetic. And how do I know I feel this way? Because my body tells me so. And how does my body tell me that? Well, I feel a rush of energy through my body. I feel like my posture is more upright and at the same time relaxed. I feel flexible. I feel expanded. I feel warm in my heart. My breath is expanded. And I am here now. That's how I can notice that. And maybe that goes into more of a story. Maybe it goes into, you are walking towards maybe your first day of work, or maybe you are moving towards this new incredible goal, and you can see it in front of you in your mind's eye, like as you're walking, it's there, and you're running towards it, right? Moving with hope. And there's, so much literature and so many studies that prove that movement itself is supportive to neuroplasticity, right? And to rewiring. And so when you couple movement with some of these practices, they can be even more effective. And so that's just another way to really incorporate that. So we don't have to be stuck in our rooms to do this work. We don't have to, be locked up for hours a day. We can heal as we live, and we can live as we heal. And this extends to, being with people who are life-giving to you, supportive to your nervous system, and to your healing goals. Recognizing that even connecting with a friend is going to elevate your emotional state. So that's healing too, right? And doing things that bring the child out in you, right? Whenever I take a walk, I feel like there's always this childlike wonder and awe about everything around me, right? I look at the different birds and the different trees. I love like the 4-leaf clovers on the ground, and just imagining the shapes of the clouds. That one's a dinosaur, that one looks like a heart, that one looks like a dragon. But so all this to say is there's so many ways to healing. There's so many pathways to healing, and it doesn't need to be done locked up in a room. You can do it here, now, wherever you are. Comment below, let me know what you think.